Okay, Allan, let's start with talking about the game on Saturday for a wee bit. It's one of those games where you play the vast majority of it with 10 men, which is not ideal. You're playing one of the best teams in the league away from home, but you were pretty pleased with the performance afterwards. It's just a shame we couldn't nick a point in the end.
No, it's always going to be difficult going to places like Ross County. Higgy knows himself, he'll let himself down and his teammates, and it's something he's got to learn from. We can't afford to be down to 10 men against good teams. But the boys obviously competed really well. I think maybe a couple of decisions never went our way. I think it was 1-0 and faces through 1v1 and they give offside. Robbie's got a good chance at that point as well. And that's the difference, that's the fine lines, and they got the part in the score. So that's what we need to learn from.
And disappointing as well, because both goals conceded they come from set pieces, which must be an ultimate frustration for you.
Oh, it drives you crazy. And to be fair, the game at the weekend against Morton, they've got 5 big ones attacking the ball, so we've got to make sure we compete, we've got to make sure we're close to people, we're picking up second balls. So we certainly have to defend better. And
it was all set against the backdrop of, there are players coming back from injury, but it seems like one's back and then 2 are away. How's the latest situation this week?
Obviously it's not ideal, we've had a few injuries, but as I said before, we've got a squad capable of handling that. There's boys obviously coming back. Mark Durnan trained today fully for the first time. Tom Beadland's had a good week of training, full training, so he's fine as well. Callum Smith started to come back as well with his wrist. He's just got to be really careful right enough. Louis Longridge had an operation, so he's in the comeback. Andy Ryan and Aidan Connolly, they're still injured at this moment in time, and Sean Murdoch as well, he's had to have an operation as well.
At the same time, having said all of that, as you said, there's no excuse. We do have a big squad. The sort of hard luck stories need to start turning into 3 points.
It's definitely not an excuse. We've got players, no matter who's playing, capable of winning games. And you look at the fixtures coming up over the next month to 6 weeks, it's teams round about us. It's a great opportunity to get back on track, put a run together, and that's what we need to do.
Starting with Morton on Saturday then, another team who are, you don't know what Morton's going to turn up. You're looking at the results so far this season. We drew with them through a capital, should have been a victory. So we know that we're capable of beating them.
Yeah, but we need to go out there and prove it. It's alright saying we're good enough to go and do this and we played well, but it's about getting 3 points at this stage. We need to start winning games, we need to start putting a run together, and there's no better place to do it than at home, where our home record's not been good enough.
I've asked you this before, I'm not sure if we're any closer to the answer, but the home form hasn't been good enough. Is there any particular reason for that? Is there something that you can put your finger on?
It's hard to put your finger on it, to be honest with you. We've obviously not scored enough goals at home. It's as simple as that. We need to get back to scoring goals, we need to be a threat. This week we're going to have people that are going to have a lot of mobility in our team, so we've got to make sure we use that and we go and get the goals we're looking for.
It's a team game obviously when it comes to scoring goals, and we take goals from anywhere at this moment in time, but it really takes the pressure off the defence having to keep the clean sheet, because that's not always possible. We saw in the Falkirk game, they have one shot on goal from 30 yards that goes in, and we have numerous chances. It needs to take the pressure a wee bit off the defence.
Yeah, and as you said, it's not just the strikers, everybody's got to play a part, everybody's got to chip in with goals. So the boys are working hard on it, they know what they need to improve on, and they're more than capable of doing it. We've just got to make sure we go out there on the park and do it.
And finally, you touched on it there, it's Morton this Saturday, Thistle away the following week. 2 big matches, and then I think it's Queen of the South and Ayr after that before we head into the festive period. So it is a chance to try and get some points, because it is the teams that are round about us, and as we've seen, there's not much between the teams.
Not much between the teams, and it's, as you say, it's a massive period. We need the fans to get right behind the players. It's obviously important fixtures. We want to come the end of the season, we want to be up there challenging still, and to do that, to have any chance of doing that, we need to start winning games as soon as possible. So hopefully it starts at the weekend.